Starting a YouTube channel is easy, right? You just gotta point your phone at something and start filming. Yeah.
Insert animated intro here.
So, you, like me, did the exact same thing. I'm willing to bet on it. You watched thousands of videos on how to start a YouTube channel. You've bought gear. You've bought a camera, a mic, a light. You bought another mic. You bought a MacBook Pro to edit this thing on. You know the thing. You bought it. You want to edit your videos. You watch videos on how to edit videos. You watch videos on which software to use. You bought videos. You watch videos on if you should be buying software in the first place. You've had ideas. You forgot about them because you didn't take note of them, but you've had them. What else? You procrastinated. Don't lie to me. I know you did. I did too. I procrastinated for weeks, for years. I wanted to start a YouTube channel when I was 14 years old. That's like 2009. That's 12 years ago. I started watching YouTube and I thought, man, this is cool. I could be doing like those YouTubers. I could do that. I was way into music back then. So I was like, hey, I'm going to do my YouTube channel. I'm going to play bass. I'm going to play the guitar. I sucked at both, by the way. Never did start that channel. For obvious reasons. It was hard. You needed gear. You needed stuff. Because people are gonna tell you, oh, gear isn't important. It's not. If you have a good idea like sketch or anything that's low budget, doesn't matter. But if you want to start a music channel and you're filming directly with the mic on your phone, and especially back in 2010 12 when the iPhone 5S was the brand new thing back then, you just can't do that. It's gonna sound like shit. No one's gonna watch that. But I did it. I decided to do the thing that no one does. I pressed play. I pressed record. And I didn't even feel like waiting for my camera to come in the mail to start recording this video. I'm recording this on my iPhone. I bought the little stand to put it on. I bought this ring light. I got my lamp right there. I got the light from my screen where I'm reading my script. That's lighting up my face, the lights in the room. I checked to see that it looked alright. I got reflections in my glasses, but I'm not going to take off my glasses. I can't see anything without those, so I'm going to need them. I made sure to at least have something that showed a bit of personality in my room. I got my Pokemon plushies. Most of them I bought in Japan when I went there. I got my Mario shirt because I like Mario speedruns. I got my globe. I want to travel the world. I want to go everywhere. I want to see it all. I want to do those things. So I decided that I would put them in the frame so that by just watching the video, even for a few seconds, you already have a bit of an idea of who I am. Yeah, this is hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. Actually, starting your channel is maybe the hardest thing I've did in a while. I streamed on Twitch for a while. Felt like it was pretty easy because there's people watching you. There's direct feedback. You got the chat going on. You just tell your one or two friends that you're streaming right now, and most of the time they're gonna come. They're gonna join. They're gonna be chatting. They're gonna be like watching. There's a feedback. There's always a constant thing. You're playing a game most of the time too. Playing a game is gonna help you a lot because you don't have to think about what you're gonna say. The game is gonna bring it on. You're watching, you're basically reacting. Let's plays are kind of a react video that you're doing about yourself, about a game. You're watching the game, you're playing it, you're experiencing something, and people are watching your reactions. So I think it definitely helps if you want to start by something. start by streaming on Twitch. Even if no one watches you, at least it's gonna give you a bit of experience talking to a camera, and no one's gonna watch you at first. I had to wait. How many hours did I stream on Twitch without any viewers? Must have been like 5 hours before I even got like one person that I didn't know come in the stream, and they left immediately. It's normal because you can see little numbers on your Streamlabs, and I saw that someone was watching. I was like, oh, someone's watching, this is fun. This now the fun begins, because you're actually streaming to someone you don't know. Someone you don't know is watching you. He left immediately. And guess what? That's gonna happen a lot. Because even when I watch Twitch, which is very rare these days, but when I used to watch streams a lot, I would go to the page of a game I liked, which have a guess what kind of game I was watching. And I would like to find streamers with a lower amount of viewers, right, watching. And most of the times I just clicked, watched a few seconds, and went to the next. Sometimes I go back when I liked it better than the one I was watching afterwards. But most of the times, as I went with the other viewers to the streamers that had the biggest amount of views, I actually felt like there was a threshold to where it's not fun to watch someone with too many viewers anymore, because you're just a number then. When you watch this lower number streamer, it's slow, almost like gaming with a friend. You're just going to a friend's house, you're chatting with them, he's just gaming, experiencing something. It's a story. I know kind of a lot about Pokemon games, so I would be able to help them if they were in a pinch, like searching for something, or they were doing a randomizer or something like that, which I did also. I loved randomizers, and it's fun. It's just like, hey, you could be doing that, or you should be doing that, or maybe and I like to have the feedback too, because sometimes I would be like, oh shit, I didn't think about that. So yeah, I think that actually starting on Twitch before doing a YouTube might be helpful. And if you're just not the type of person that's got experience talking to people, like public speaking is very, how could I say that? You either like it or you don't, but you can get to like it. It's normal to not like doing presentations at school. It just sucks. No one wants to be here. They're just either stressed out because it's going to be their turn next, or they're just spacing out because they don't give a shit. Your teacher's just watching because he's got to watch, she's got to watch, they got to watch, they got to do it, and grade them, grade you. It's all right. No one wants to be in this situation, but I got to experience the other side of the coin. I was a teacher. For a brief few months, I was a substitute teacher, but I was doing it full time. I had around 200 students. And the first day, I remember I was sitting on the bench in front of a class, because I was a music teacher. So we all had benches, we had all the sheets, the parts and everything. So I had my little thing there. All right. I was sitting down because I was shaking too much. I was so nervous to be in front of these 20, 30 teenagers I never met. So yeah, it's nerve-wracking. But I now do not care if I'm speaking to 20 people or to 1,000, because, well, I was a music teacher. I studied music. I did shows, and I was a singer. Singing in front of people, oh boy. That's the challenge. Actually performing in front of someone instead of just talking. Like the instant the song started and I had to sing, my legs were like that, dude, now it got hard. So yeah, I guess now speaking to a camera is not that hard. I'm having trouble watching the actual lens. I'm watching my reflection in the screen. I'm watching myself right now, and I know I shouldn't, but it's so easy. It's way easier. You just see it. You know, if you're in focus, you can watch your things, you can watch your movements. I'm swaying back and forth like that. This is just something I do all the time. I gotta work on that. Just be straight. Because yeah, if I actually have a bit of advice for you, if you want to start your own channel, I actually took a few notes here. Advice number 1, take notes. You will most likely have noticed that I'm using a Blue Yeti right now. They are absolutely not the best microphones in the world. If you want to do some voice acting, if you want to do some singing, if you want to do anything that requires a bit of precision in the sound, you don't want to have a USB mic at all. Blue Yeti's not an exception. I had this one at a ridiculously good price. I paid 90 bucks Canadian for it, and it came with the Assassin's Creed game, the one in Egypt. It came with that free. So if you want to take like the 60, well, actually games pretty much, it was $60 at the time, but brand new it was $90, right? So I basically had the mic for free because I bought Assassin's Creed. Never even downloaded the game. I still got the key. I should be downloading it. It's free, but I never did. Anyway, you need a mic. You need a good one, because the sound's actually the one thing that's the easiest to upgrade. It's gonna be a bit expensive to buy an actual good mic, especially if you want to do like the audio mixer and all that jazz. But if you just want to take videos, buy a boom mic. You can find them for like $150 for actually really great one. $200. You can get the Rode one that pretty much everyone has. $250, I think, the price range. I got the lower range one, which I'm not using because I'm an idiot and I lost my dongle. So Blue Yeti, I'm recording it on my computer. Gonna have to mix the audio in later on iMovie because it's free, and I got the MacBook for that. And yeah, free software. iMovie is actually pretty great. I've just had a bit of a handle on it to see where things went, and I did just a few things just for fun to see how it worked and everything. It's pretty great. It's very simple, easy to use. They do I don't want to say that they take you for an idiot, but they kind of do. Like, they never tell you the frame rates you're using. If you're doing a slow motion, for example, they're telling you the percentage which you slowed it down. If you compare it to something that's a bit more professional, like the Final Cut Pro, which is the paying version of iMovie, I guess it's the upgrade that's available for the MacBooks. They're gonna tell you exactly like, oh, okay, so you filmed this in 120 FPS, you want it in 30 FPS, so that's gonna be like slow mo. They're gonna use it this way. The color saturation and color correcting and everything, they're gonna actually let you choose everything in the little circles. They're gonna tell you what's happening, whereas iMovie is just gonna be a slider that's gonna do things without actually explaining them to you. But it's free and it works very well. You don't have to know all these things. I'm just the kind of person that likes to know what's happening behind the scenes. So that's the thing I don't like as much about iMovie, but I'm also not like a professional in any way. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Another advice, framing the shot is it can be pretty hard. Like, I'm not even sure I want to keep everything. I don't know. I know my face is in focus right now. I would have liked to have my camera with a lens where I could have blurred the background a bit more, but that's not gonna be the end of the world. Like, you're not gonna click off the video because the background is not blurry enough. You're not. If your phone is probably good enough to take actual videos nowadays, you don't need the camera. It can be nice to have. It can be set like more professionally if you want to have do a shoot at a place or ask for permission to shoot somewhere and you bring your phone, it doesn't look as professional as if you bring like your big Canon camera with a big ass lens and your equipment, and you're like, oh, so I'm shooting this video and I would like to film in this location, and then I can interview the chef if you're doing a food review or something like that, and someone in the kitchen has a bit of time or anything, the owner of the place maybe is going to be able to give an interview and, you know, be willing to have a bit of publicity with it. Could be nice to have like actual equipment you can bring up to show people, hey, this is not just a little thing I'm doing, like it's not as amateurish looking if you got a camera as compared to a phone. But if you just want to film videos in your room and everything, like I'm doing right now, it looks good. This is 4K 30 FPS. This is actually pretty clean footage. Shame it's my ugly face in it. But it doesn't actually matter that much. Other than that, actually, if you got only $100 to put towards upgrading the visuals, I would definitely recommend lights. I used to stream in a room that was incredibly white. It was badly lit. The light was behind me. I had huge shadows in my face, and it was not the best look, honestly. I still have like shadows around my eyes and everything, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do. So buy a cheap lamp, buy the rings. You can have like ones for $25 on Amazon. You can buy a $10 lamp at Walmart. You can use another $25 lamps where they got the ones you put on the cameras. There's a little slide, the soft hot shoes, I don't know how you call them, but you can buy those for pretty cheap. You can have all of these things. Just have a look around Amazon, check the reviews, see what you can use, and yeah, that's pretty much it. When you start the video, you're gonna click record, stare at your phone for a good solid minute and be like, fuck, what do I say? What do I do? What should I be doing with my hands? You don't know. You're starting, you're beginning. It's normal. You don't have to care about all that. You'll realize that you don't feel ready for it at all. Then you start to talk. Feels weird, not so sure you like it, but I mean, they always say that your videos, the first ones, are gonna suck anyway, so you might as well start sucking now so that tomorrow you suck a little less, and eventually you become good. Because you're never gonna be good if you don't do anything. And what's important is actually starting and finishing the first video. But obviously, I'm no expert in all this YouTube things. This is my first video after all. But the important thing is that you take the first step, you finish your first video, because a mediocre but complete video is always going to be better than no video at all. That's just the truth of it. You can't show a project that's not done to someone. It's not like you're gonna do an art portfolio and show sketching without actually finishing touch. You're not gonna be like your stick figures and the little circles with the cross you draw on the faces. You're not gonna be like, hey, look, I did this and it's just a skeleton. You can't really do that, you know. You can't practice just the chorus of a song and do a show with it. You need the verses, you need the intro, you need the outro, you need all of it. And even if the project is like 70% good but 100% finished, at least it's something. But even if it's 99% finished and it's 100% good, all of it's good, but it's not finished, it's still an overall 0. It's not like it's cool. It's like you didn't give the homework to the teacher. Even if you think you should have had an A on it, like 100%, you did a great job, like the best one, top notch. Should have had like perfect grade, but didn't give it back. That's a 0, baby. That's it. You failed. Did nothing. It's like when you're a musician and you're doing shows, and you know, we all know the good old musicians. Like Axl Rose is an excellent example of what I'm gonna say. Used to be great. That vocal range is large. Incredible singer. In the 80s, that guy was a beast. Nowadays, if he wants to eat another pie, he's just gonna eat another pie, and the thousands of people that were waiting for him are just gonna wait for him. He doesn't give a shit. So there's a philosophy that says you're only as good as your last show. YouTube is kind of like that. You can just do nothing and wait for success to happen. You gotta do it. You gotta take your first plunge. It's gonna suck first. You're gonna be bad. You're gonna say shit you regret. You're gonna be like, ah, damn, that was dumb. Or I actually did that. And like, oof, that was rough. I would have done better. But it shows that you've learned. Because that's when it's normal to look at your old stuff and cringe a little bit, because it shows that you've gotten better, that you've upgraded, you learned. You're not the same person as you were before. You're better. And at the end of the day, isn't that what life's about? Just being better tomorrow as you were yesterday? On that note, I hope this gave you a bit of inspiration. I hope you found these little tips a bit useful. I definitely feel like I did something today, which is way more than I thought I would. So I hope you like this video. There's gonna be a few more. I'm gonna do more videos. This is not my first and last one. The channel is gonna be active. So if you want more of this rambling and therapy and just anecdotes and stuff like that, I have plans for series I want to do in the future, which I'm not going to talk about right now because I got some preparations to do for that. I need to move to another country for one of those first, so COVID, please get the fuck out. And yeah, if you want to see my beautiful face, hear my soothing voice, again, subscribe, like the video, share it. If you have friends that want to start a YouTube channel or too chicken to do it, show them this video. Show them like, hey dude, look at that. He fucking did it. He's just an amateur. He doesn't know shit. What about... Yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't even make real sentences. He says stupid shit. And he did it. So if that guy can do it, why couldn't you? If I can do it, why can't you? Like, that's the biggest thing you should just get from this video. I don't know what I'm doing. I did it. You can too. So thanks for watching. See you next time.